All right, my friends, here's a little bit of review for the math lesson that we worked on today. We only had a few minutes to talk about this math lesson, so right now let's take some extra time to really go over what I was trying to do with you guys. So let's take it all the way back to a 1. A 1 cube equals 1 because there's only 1 here. If we started to add some more, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and so on, we would have a whole bunch of 1s. We would have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 1s, right? That's what we have here. 15 1s. Now, when we're trying to be efficient in the way that we look at numbers, we realize that sure, there are 15 1s here, but we can pull apart a 10. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 1s in a 10. Let's see if that's true. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So our number 15 can be broken up into 10 and 5, right? Because we have 5 left over. So for the sake of simplifying, you can think of the number 15 as 8 10 and 5 1s. There's still 15 here, remember? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But we're going to group together all the 10s in one strip because it keeps better track of them. At a glance, you know that this is 15, 10 and 5. And if I were to throw a couple more in here, you would know that it's 10 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 plus 8. 10 plus 8 is 18, right? This is the teen part. This is the 10. 8 1s and 1 10 makes 18. So, when we look at a problem like the one that I gave you as an example on the board, we'll stick with this one. When you look at a problem like this, 12 plus 8, there are different ways of solving this. We know that 12 is 10 plus 2, 10 plus 2, right? 10, 11, 12, that's what that represents. And we know that 8 has no 10s, right? 8 is only made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are no 10s in the number 8. There's not enough. What I was showing you in class is this. You could take these 1s and these 1s and combine them. Let's see if that makes a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It does. 12 plus 8 makes 2 10s. The 10 that was already here from the 12 and the 10 that we made up by gathering all the different loose 1s. 10 plus 10 is 20. So what we're doing in this style of adding is taking all the loose 1s and combining them together into a 10. Let's do another example. Let's do 33 plus 20 plus 17. So 33 is made up of how many tens? 3 tens makes 30. And we'll even line them up over here. Where's the best place to line them up? I'll even line them up over here right on top of the number so you can see 10, 20, 30. And how many ones left over? 3. 1, 2, 3. The number 20 is made up of how many tens? Well, we know that 1 10 is 10. And if we add one more 10, 10 plus 10 is 20. Let's count it and double check. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And 0 ones. And then we have 17. 17 is made up of how many tens? Your first clue is just look and see the front number, the number on the left. In this column, that's the tens column. It's going to tell you that there is 1 10. And how many are left over in the ones department? Well, it looks like a 7 to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 17 is made up of a 10 plus 7 ones. So what the homework is asking you to do is to take these ones and see if you can make an extra 10 out of it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well, it worked for me. So we have this 3, cross it off, and this 10 that made this 3 and the 7 that made a 10. And go ahead and add it with the 30 from before, from 37, the 20 from 20, and the 10 from 17. 10 plus 30 plus 20 plus 10. Well, all the ones are the same, so we know it's going to end in 0. Let's add the tens together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 70. Looks complicated, but if you get the hang, it looks complicated, but what we're doing is taking the ones, combining them into tens, and seeing what our answer is. We'll do another example together. Let's say the number is 64 plus 13 plus 16 plus 7. The number 64 has how many tens? The number 64 has 6 tens, making 60. 1, 2, 3. It's a little bit off the camera, but 4, 5, 6. Wow, a lot of 6s in the number 60. I'm sorry, a lot of 6. There's a lot of 10s in the number 60. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how many ones? Well, if you look at the ones column, you just see a 4 left over, and that's 4 ones. So 64 is made up of 60 plus 4. Now 13 is made up of 1 10 plus 3 ones. Sixteen is made up of 1 10 plus 6 ones. And then we just have 7 ones left over here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we're building tens. Let's try to build a 10 over maybe where can I fit it? Let's try to build a 10 over here with all of these ones. Let's take these first 4 from 64. Let's take these maybe, well, now you have a couple choices. You can keep pulling, or you can remember that 4 and 6 are a number buddy, and you can fill up this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or if you wanted to keep your 4 from 64 and move on to this 3, you could. And then pull out enough to fill out this one and make sure that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then just use what's left over to make another 10. 3. And take all these from the number 7 that was by itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So what have we done? We've taken our numbers and broken them up into 10s and 1s. We've taken all those leftover ones and turned them into 10s. So now we had 6 10s from before. 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9, plus 1 is 10. 10 10s equals 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So our original equation looked like this. Our original equation looked like this. 64 plus 13 plus 6 plus 7. Now we did all the math and we figured it all out with our counters to know that the answer is 100. So we could say we took a 3 and a 7 to make a 10. We took a 6 and a 4 to make a 10. We had a 6 bunch of 10s from 64. We have 10 from 13 and 10 from 16. 10, 20, 30, 40 from the 10s. Plus 60 by itself is 100. So it all checks out. Let's go ahead and add 29 plus 10 plus 41 plus 3. Okay. So 29, we know we have 2 10s in the number 29 and 9 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I dropped a cube. Where is it? I'll find it later. Oh, here it is. 2 10s and 9 1s in the number 29. The number 10 has how many 10s? How many 10s in 10? It's kind of a funny question. Just 1. And 0 1s. 41 has 1, 2, 3, 4 10s plus 1. See that one right there? 1. And then the number 3 has how many 1s? Just 3, 0 10s. So we can work on our technique from before. Try to build another 10 with the 1s. That's our 10 that we're building, and let's see if we can fill it all up. Now, if you know about number buddies, you already know that 9 and 1 equals 10, but let's just count to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're adding in a 1, making 10. But wait a minute, we have 3 left over. We can't make a 10 with 3, it's not enough. That's okay, don't freak out. So let's add our 2 10s from 20, our 10 from 10, our 40 from 40. No 10s from the 3, right? Because that doesn't have a 10. But let's add a 3 by itself. And then let's add the 10 that we made all together from all the leftover ones. So 20 plus 10 is 30. 30 plus 40, you're adding the number of tens. So 3 tens plus 4 tens is 7 tens, 70. Plus 3 is 73. Plus 10 is 83. 20, 30, 70, 83. So if you're taking all these out and just looking at the problem, which is what you're going to have at home, you'll realize that 29 has a 9 that you can use to make a 10 with 1. So there's a 10. Then you have a 20 that's left over from 29. You have a 10 that's just been minding its own business this whole time. You have a 4, that means 4 tens from 40, and a lonely little 3. 10 plus 20 is 30, plus 10 is 40, 40 plus 40 is 80, and then you have a 3, 83. The one that's on your homework looks like this. 22 plus 13 plus 8 plus 11 plus 7. You have a couple choices here. You can stop the video and do it yourself and check your answer later to make sure you got it right, if you would like to. Or you can solve it with me. I'll tell you right now, the very first thing I would do is find the number buddies. 3 and 7 makes 10. 8 and 2 make 10. So those are our ones that we've been adding to make number buddies. What about our tens? Who do we have 10-wise? Well, we have 20 that comes from 22. We have 10 that comes from 13. We have no 10s in the 8 department. It's only 8. And we have 11 here. 11. That doesn't have a number buddy to make. That doesn't have a number buddy to make 10, right? 2 and 8 made a 10. 3 and 7 made a 10. We picked up the leftover 20 and put it here. Picked up the leftover, wait, did I make too many 10s? 2 and 8 made 10. 3 and 7 made 10. Picked up the leftover 20 for here. Picked up the leftover 10 for here. And then stuck on this last number 11. So this is what we're really adding. 10 and 10 makes 20. 20 plus 20 makes 40. Plus 10 makes 50. And we're adding on this leftover 11. Keep the ones. 5 and 6. 1 and 5 is 61. So that's the answer to the homework. I hope it's not too confusing. I hope you caught along with what I'm doing. And if not, let me know. I'm happy to show you. Here's a bonus one if you wanted to be left with another one to try out. What about that one? Let me know what you find, and I'll ask you tomorrow. Aloha.